Hello, people. I am going to be doing a Kerbal Let's Play, I guess, or I want to be starting one, and I suppose let's get to it. Anyways, I don't know what I want to name. The space program. Huh. Let's go with Curiosity. And it'll be career mode, difficulty options normal, and start. And I'll just go with whatever flag I suppose it started me with. I think I've got it. So, I've played Kerbal Space Program a lot. I've accumulated up until now at about 150 hours. However, I have not played it within the past 5 months or kept up with any of the updates. So, not too sure what I'm getting myself into as far as new things. Um, let's see, mission control. What do we have as far as missions go? Gather scientific data from Corbin. Shortly after this review, I should probably actually be reading this. Again, I'm very, very new to the whole Let's Play YouTube stuff. I'm gonna go with this one and launch. And oh, that's the only two I can get. All right, let's leave here and build something to launch. Okay, got it. And we're gonna start with the standard command pod. Engine, so with a small solid fuel rocket, and need a payload. That's new. Parachute, ground, thermal. Sorry, there is a lot of new tabs that I'm not used to. Where would a parachute be? Do we get parachutes? Under utility. Any science? Alright, let's stick a couple of the mystery U's on, see how the mystery U reacts at different altitudes and other things. And this is going to be our first vessel. Very simple, just a place to put the turbines or a person. Something to get you going up, or a single rocket, a parachute to hopefully get them all back down, as well as a couple mystery what may it be, containers to get a little bit science out of it so we can unlock some more things. And launch. And let's get a reading from the ground. Keep it. And there's going to be a staging issue. Do not want the parachute to deploy at the same time as the rocket fires. That would not be good. Anyway, let's launch it. And up we go. Still going up. And we're out of fuel. And at the top is when I will observe the second mystery view. Do apologize how I've been acting, as of yet would assume some prior knowledge of the game. And we get more science. And while we're up here, let's see, a crew report. And the crew report, as well as the mystery goo containers, that would be get you science in combination with money is how you unlock and buy new parts to build better rockets to do cooler things. And cannot remember for the life of me how to get those to go away. We will just have to watch it. Not that button. Anyways, pretty soon here I'm probably going to want to deploy the parachute. Would not want to go into the surface at about 240 meters per second. So go ahead, deploy it. And we're alright. Did get it to go away. Nice. And to come down for a nice hopefully smooth landing and see what we got. Then we just need to recover the vessel or the spaceship. So crew report while flying over Kerbal shores, 3.5 science. Mystery U observation while flying at Kerbal, 7. From the launch pad, 3 science. And recovery of vessel that survived a flight, 5. 18.5 science earned, bringing our total to 28, it appears. And we got some money too, and reputation. Nice. So we can go to the Research and Development Center and buy some more things. Let's see, we can get a thermometer, communitron, a decoupler, which is good. I want the decoupler, so I'm going to research that, as well as we could use more powerful engines and liquid engines. And I'm going to continue. Actually, do I have enough science for anything else? Ooh, that is the question. Heat shields. That would be probably beneficial. I'll go with the heat shield. That way, once we do leave the atmosphere, we can get back into it without burning to a crisp, because that wouldn't be necessarily really good. Anyways, I'm going to keep the same basic design of our vessel. I'm still not going to bother titling it, except we're going to make a few modifications. Take it, heat shield will be under thermal. Need the right size of heat shield to fit the command module. Then what we can do, if I can find it, is use a decoupler. Coupling. There we go. And now we can have the heat shield as well as command pod separate from the rest of the rocket and just leave the rocket out in space or wherever it may be. I am going to take a few fuel tanks. I think 3 should suffice, as well as an engine. And get another decoupler. And some more fuel tanks. Or should I go with a solid fuel? I'm going to go with a solid fuel, the hammer. And put a few other hammer engines. I cannot talk all of a sudden, I'm sorry. In a symmetrical 4 layout, or 4 more symmetrically added, perfectly centered around the 5th in the middle. And let's see, aerodynamic, and we might as well get some fins to help control it. Would be nice to have a nose cone, but unfortunately we do not have that luxury at this time. Did not want to grab that, we're going to grab the entire thing. And put it down, and I need to go accept some more missions, as we'll have something to do or get money out of launching. And let's go with escape the atmosphere, and let's see, what else should we go with? Wait, over. Let's go with orbit. I do not believe I'll be able to orbit with this launch, but I should get into a suborbital or get out of the atmosphere but not be able to orbit fully around. And I'm too heavy for my launch pad. I want to see if I can upgrade it. Do I have enough money to upgrade the launch pad? Let's see, autosave. 50,000. Looks like I did have enough, so hopefully now it'll let me launch it, and awesome it is. And let's go ahead and put the SAS for the stability on. Looks like there's having some issues regarding equipment. Up and start turning. That's an issue. I do not have any way of turning it. So I guess I'm just gonna go this way, I suppose. Really want to go this way. Let's start. Alright, yeah, this is not going very well, as you guys might be able to tell. Am I going to get out of the atmosphere? That is the question. I do not really know. This is very poorly designed, though, obviously. Let's see. Let's go to the map. My Apple apps. So the highest point within the orbit is at currently about 94. The atmosphere leaves or ends at 70. So theoretically, I should be able to get out of the atmosphere. And let's go ahead, speed up a little bit. Just accelerate, try and make this maybe a little bit faster. So it does appear that I was right in my guess that we'd be able to get out of the atmosphere, however, definitely not able to orbit. But now we are technically in space. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is observe a Mr. U unit, keep the science because I want to take it with me and get more. Take a crew report, again, keep it. And observe, or actually what I want to rather do is reset it. I want to wait to use the other mystery U until we are in atmosphere over a new biome. How the game works is the planet and each planet or moon or object, so to say, within the game, each has their own biomes, and you can get more science by doing the same thing in different biomes. I should have probably also outfitted this with a barometer that I just got, as well as a thermostat. And I suppose it is a little too late for me to think about that now. Anyways, I am going to go ahead and get rid of the first stage, or technically I guess it would be the second stage, and just leave me and the command module all attached, hopefully to be saved by the heat shield, ideally. And I will go ahead and speed up time a little bit, make it a bit quicker for us to go back into entry, or to re-enter. Alright, and we're back in the atmosphere. Want to place retrograde, or opposite of the way you're moving as I enter. That way the heat shield will be heated as opposed to the rest of my spacecraft. And there's the moon, which eventually we will get there. And I might as well increase time again. Looks like we're going to be landing in the middle of the ocean. Awesome. And there is the heating effects. Due to how fast we're going, I am going to go ahead and stop time warping, and I will observe the other Mr. U. And Mr. U over from upper atmosphere. And I'm sure everything I'm saying is probably not making any total sense at all, and is just a huge string of non-related thoughts, and for that I do apologize. Hopefully, eventually, I'll get better at all this. And once we're about at 2,000 feet is when I'll go ahead and deploy the parachute. And once I recover the vessel, I will call it a day and end part 1. of the Let's Play series that I will be continuing at some point. And 2,000, let's call it 1,000. Or 800, or right now. There we go. Aw. Yep, I just crashed. I guess I should have deployed the parachute a little bit sooner. At one point in the game, you could deploy it about 500 feet and live. I suppose that is no longer the case. Anyways, I am going to go ahead and end the video now. If anyone actually watches this, I suppose, thank you. And I will be back with a part 2 eventually.